Friends, good morning. Now you are watching pronoun. When we are to write any kind of conversation between two persons, or when we are to write a dialogue between two persons or three persons, in discussion, simply we use three characters, maximum three characters. So, while starting conversation, what should they keep in mind? First thing, who is the speaker? Who is the speaker? I or we are the speakers, and you is listener of the voice, and about whom they talk, this is third person pronoun in English. So there are three persons who speak one another. What is conversation? How do they start conversation? And how do you write dialogue? For writing any kind of dialogue, for writing any kind of conversation, discussion, how they can start their discussion? In the first person, which works as a speaker, a person who is speaking, I or we. If he is one, then he will write I. If they are more than one, they will write we. And the person who is talking to him means listening. For the listener, we use the word you. And about whom we talk, then we use these kind of pronouns. They, if they are in plural, if they are in plural in number, if they are singular in number, then we use he or she. Or if we talk about a non-living thing, they use it. So for writing a good conversation, for writing a good dialogue, they must keep in their mind, this is the starting of the dialogue. Means one start and second one listens. And about whom they talk, that is a third person pronoun. So pronoun does a great role in writing different type of dialogue and conversation in English. There are different types of pronouns students study in their school, in college, in universities. But they don't know how to write a good dialogue, how to write a good conversation. Just they cram it, they don't know how to use it. But it works a lot in writing any kind of writing. In writing module, these pronouns does matter. If they are to write any essay, if they are to write any article, if they are to write any report, they must know these pronouns. So this is a first person pronoun, that is in English we say personal pronoun. Now the question comes that what is a personal pronoun? Personal pronoun means not only it is used for the person, but it means the class of persons, all the persons that comes in the form of class, like women, men, children, old age people, all kind of people are added in this personal pronoun. So they must keep in their mind that this is a personal pronoun which is used when we describe any kind of personality, when we are to describe any personality, when we are asked that describe your favorite personality, So this is a very common and simple question that is asked in interviews when two persons interview each other. Interview may be of any kind. There may be the interview between a customer and shopkeeper. There may be an interview between a doctor and a patient. There may be an interview between a student and teacher. So there are different kind of interviews. Interview term is not applied only for the jobbers, only for the service, not only for joining the service, but it is a wide term. Interview means exchanging our views. One is sender, second one is receiver. So this is the exchange of our views. After exchanging their views, they reach at the conclusion, they take the decision. So this is the use of interview according to the officials. But simply and generally interview means only that if they are discussing each other, that is also a kind of interview. That is informal interview. So for preparing ourselves for the informal interview, for the discussion, for dialogue, for conversation, we must keep this thing that what is a personal pronoun. Personal pronoun is added all kind of persons, women, men, children, old age person, all are added in it. So whenever we discuss to them, whenever we talk to them, then we are to describe this thing sufficiently and proficiently. In English language, it does matter a lot. So interview is a great part for any kind of job, for starting any kind of business, for doing any kind of work, and for going abroad. If someone goes abroad, then he or she may have to contact in different kind of persons. He or she may have to explain their problems. So problem and solution are also covered by the personal pronoun. So students, scholars, learners must keep it in their mind that these things there are three kind of personal pronouns. We use first person pronoun is I, my, me and mine. We, our, us and ours. Second person pronoun you, your, yours. Third person pronoun they, their, them, theirs. He, his, him. She, her, hers. It, its, it and its. So this is all about the speaker, listener and about whom they talk. Now the question comes, where do we use I? Because every word in English grammar has its own identity. Every word in English grammar has its own place. Every word in English grammar has its own action, position, situation, its own role, and it creates magic, miracle and music. No doubt, but where do we use these words? I. Where do we use I? I means for the singular noun. Simply we use I for denoting one, but it takes plural verb with it. In English grammar, when you study tense, it takes plural verb, means first form of the verb we use with it. I is known as plural. Whether number based, it is singular. Where do we use I? We. Where do we use we? We use for more than one. More than one in number, we use we. And where do we use you? We use you for singular and plural, for both number based, whether they are male or female, any gender. Gender based, there is no classification. Here is also no classification on the basis of gender, but here is classification of the gender. If we use the word they, what does the mean of they? They means we use for the numbers more than one. More than one numbers are denoted by they. Where do we use he? It is a singular and we use for male. Where do we use she? We use for singular and for female. Where do we use it? It is used for non-living things. It plays a great role. It plays a distinctive role. How distinctive? Because it is used to describe any kind of the things, whether that is living or whether that is not living. For all the things. Is it clear? Yes, students, is it right? Is it right? Who says right? Ram, you say right. How it is right? It means you haven't studied well. Because it we use only for the non-living things, not for the living things. If we are using living things, then these are she, he, they, you, we and I. But it is not used for the living beings. While making sentences, it will be used for non-living beings. For birds, for plants, for animals, we can use it. So for describing the things, sometimes in an interview this question is asked, students, where do you use it? Yes, say. Yes, exactly, you're right. Because we use it in the form of non-living beings. When we describe non-living beings, simply if you are asked where is your hometown, if this question is being asked from you, where is your hometown? Then simply you say, my hometown is Chandigarh. In one sentence you speak. Secondly, in the next of this sentence you will speak that it is very beautiful city. It has many wonderful buildings. So while using it, by using it, you can make a number of sentences for describing any place, for describing any thing, and you can use it for describing any kind of the favorite animal, your favorite person, not for person. Yes, you are right. It is not used for person. If you want to explain, if you want to describe any person, then you are to use I, we, you, they, he or she. Out of these, simply, for example, if you are asked to explain your favorite personality, how do you explain your favorite personality? In the first sentence, you say that Swami Vivekananda is my favorite personality, and in the second sentence, you speak that he is a social reformer. He was a social reformer. So use which word you use here? You use the word he, not it, because it we use for non-living beings, and he we use for living beings. For living beings only. So you know that, students, pay your attention towards this thing. Where do we use, when do we use, why do we use, how do we use these words? This is really a technique to be trained by the student for explaining different kind of identities. If students ask who is your favorite personality, then easily he can speak while using the word he as a subject in the sentence. If he is describing his hometown, then easily he can use the word it for describing the place. So these are the common things. Simply in interviews, whenever you go at any unknown place where there is nobody know you. You are going a place where there is unknown to you. So while going at that place, how will you start speaking? First of all, you want to get his or her introduction. How will you get their introduction? First of all, you will ask their name. Then you will ask about their what? Education, profession, work and family. Then hobby, then objective. So there you may raise so many questions for asking and for being familiar and friendly with a person if you are going at any unknown place. So students, you must be clear these things for knowing about the unknown things. Suppose if you are to ask from the student what is his name, what is his name? Simply if you are asking what is his name, it means not that in single word you are describing your name. You may describe it in 2 or 3 lines by saying that my name is this and this and the meaning of my name is this. I used to write this name and this name gives me a lot of pleasure, a lot of happinesses. You can speak this way, in this way, while explaining your name. At least 2-3 sentences you can write. Later on about your education, you may say the past of your education, you may say the present of your education and the future of your education. So the three factors you should keep in your mind when you are describing your education, when you are describing your family, when you are describing your hobby, when you are describing your objective. So these are the interviewing type of techniques that an interviewer may ask any question and interviewee should be ready to pay the answer. How he should be ready? Because he should be friendly and familiar with all these things, and he should not be unnatural and uncommon while expressing his answers. He should be very normal and common. He and she should seem common, natural, easy. There should not be any kind of fear. So fearlessly and friendly, any kind of interview will bring really a great and fruitful result for the interviewer and for interviewees, for both of them. If they are discussing each other, if they are talking each other, they must be common, they must be simple, they must be easy while interviewing each other, and there should not be any kind of hesitation each other. So these are the simple problems that the interviewers face while attending the international level interviews. When they go in embassy, when they are to face any kind of service, anywhere, if he want to go, he want to join, he want to be selected, then he must know these things. These things are very helpful to be common, natural and simple with the surroundings, with the atmosphere and environment that he or she has around at that time. So he should not be unfamiliar. Students should keep in their mind what are the particular uses of the particular words in the particular situations. So this is the first pronoun in English, that is personal pronoun. So every student must know what is the personal pronoun and how should he or she use while describing any kind of literary item. If you have to write any kind of literature, if you want to write any kind of essay, if you want to write any kind of short story, whatsoever you are writing, you are needed these words, because these are the permanent words of English grammar. these words are fixed words. These words has their fixed meaning, but they are used at the different places, different time and different actions. So these words really create music, miracle and magic in the word, in the minds of the listeners, in the minds of the speaker, in the minds of writer and in the minds of reader. So to be a good learner, these things must be recollected by the interviewer while interviewing, while facing any kind of interview. What is the interview? Interview really is a great and new place, new experience and the new meeting of the persons. So everyone should be aware about these things. Everyone who is the educated one, he must know these things firstly. Secondly, you see there, how, where do we use, how and where do we use my, when do we use our, where do we use your, when do we use their, what is it, where do we use it, when do we use it, how do we use it, why do we use it. So these things must be known by the speaker, listener, reader and writer. Actually we study in English grammar, these are the possessive pronouns and these are the objective, which are used in the form of object in the sentence, and these are the words that are the, what are these? These are pronouns. These are known as pronouns, where there is no need of any kind of noun for using it in sentence. But these words are also complete in itself, because these words are used in the form of object in the different kind of sentences. And these words are greatly needed. What? These words are greatly needed noun for their proper meaning, for their complete meaning in the sentence. And these words are almost comes in the subject of the sentence. In the form of subject these words come, and these words also may come in the form of object as well while writing any kind of writings. So thanks for today students, nice to meet you, nice to see you.